Hey guys, Maxx Stronk with the easiest ISK doubling scheme in JIta. Basically, trading is a great way to make some ISK. You can do it from your very first day, but you want to be a little careful because you can lose money easily doing this. So one of the easiest things to start with is skill books. Most of the skill books are sold in kind of the starter areas and not in the major trade hubs. So there's generally a big price difference between the starter areas and JIta or Amar or Dodexy or something like that. So you just do a quick search and see what the difference is in price. And this particular case, Defender Missiles, is almost double, selling for more than double in JIta than what I can buy it for. So I cruise over 2 jumps to buy a few of these. And then I'm going to check, also see if there's anything else that looks like it's a good deal. Stay away from the small margins. As a new player, you don't have max trading skills, and you'll probably lose money because there's fees every time you buy and sell, and it gets overlooked, and a lot of your sales will end up being losses if you're playing with small margins. So I tend to look for things that are selling for double or more. They're kind of hard to find, but in the small dollar skill books and stuff, it's all right. What sells well and where those margins are is going to change every single day. And you just have to keep an eye on the market. One thing is, when you sell like this, you don't get the money instantly. It could take several days. It could take months even to get it back. So you don't want to tie up all your capital in inventory that's not moving fast. And it'll take you a little while to figure out some of the items that sell quickly and some of them that don't. JIta is by far the best place to sell stuff as far as rapid turnover. Not always the best, margin. So the Shield Command looks like this one's selling for almost double. So we'll buy a few of those. And, that's going to be it. We're just going to do a little sample here and not do it. Don't overload your ships with expensive goods. You're a big target going into JIta if you're, have a lot of stuff in your cargo hold that's worth money, and you're in a tiny ship. You're better off using a small, fast ship and making multiple runs, maybe a couple $1 million at a time. It kind of depends how much money you have. I think I'm still only about 20 million, 21 million ISK on this account. So I'm super poor. And it doesn't take that much time to jump back and forth for a couple little things. If this is something you really like, the only way to really do it is to get in a mega account, max out your trade skills, and you can hire people to move product back and forth, and then you just jump around selling at different trade hubs and things like that. Or you have an alt for doing the hauling and stuff. But with an alpha, you can make a little money on the side here that'll really help in getting going, and also in general when you get stuff from salvaging, looting, in your exploration, whatever, you're going to sell those things. And this gives you a little bit more in figuring out how the markets work and everything. Now, this particular version requires you leaving the station, picking up items, and bringing back. There's also regular station trading where you place a buy order in your station, and when that gets fulfilled, you turn around and sell it in the same station. It's buy low, sell high, just like in everything else. There's a few things where you'll find great margins doing stuff like that. You'll end up tying up a lot of ISK in your buy order and sell order, and it's really kind of difficult to do with an alpha clone with such terrible trading skills. It's doable. There's a few items where you'll be able to make a few million on them, but you have to have the ISK to be able to do that. Right now, I don't on this account, and I'm probably not going to bother with it on this one. I have a regular station trader that I do that kind of stuff with. So remember, as you're cruising back, you're a target, so you kind of have to keep your eye out for anybody that's targeting you or whatever, jumping out. There's not a lot you can do. I don't have much in my cargo hold, so I'm not worried here. JIta Undock is kind of a crazy place, fun place to hang out and look around while you're new. You have to sell stuff out of your item hanger if you haven't figured that out already. So what we want to do here is check for what it's selling for in this station. So almost double. So I'm going to sell the item, and this is trading PvP. So 0.01 ISK is the deal here. So you sell your item for 0.01 ISK less than the next highest person. And when you really get into this is annoying because people constantly undercut you, and you're changing your orders, dozens of times a day. You can make billions and billions doing it, but it's tedious. You can also just set your price, set it for the duration you want, and just leave it and see what happens. Most of the time, the items will sell out. Occasionally, they don't, and that meant the market collapsed. So I've put a couple things in for sale, and you can see I'm low sale in the station, so people will be buying mine first in the station. And let's just see. Oh, we already sold one. So right now that one sold for nearly double what I paid for it, minus the fees, and that's all there is to it. Great way to start making a little bit of ISK on the side. Skill books are a pretty safe bet. Don't buy the skill books of the skills that you already have. Check your skill sheet, and the ones that you came with, don't bother with those. Look at the ones you need, especially if you're in a mega account or a alpha account. Look at the skills you don't have. Those will be big sellers, and most of those you'll be able to find in the starter areas, and they'll sell for more in JIta.